My name is Jennifer, and this is my boyfriend Jose, and Sandra is on board, and we are hosting this webinar for you guys. A little bit about me: I've been doing network marketing a little over 2.5 years, and now we are here doing this free webinar for you guys. We're going to share some tips of some things that we've been learning. And Sandra, do you want to start with the tips that we're going to give these guys here today?
Sure. I will go ahead and introduce myself as well. My name is Sandra, and I'm really excited. We have been kind of talking about, what we are going to share with you guys. We have so much that we want to share, but we don't want to have you guys here all night. So we've kind of picked the most important things that you could take some value with you tonight and apply it, whether you have your own business already or you're thinking of starting one. Some awesome tips, and even that you can apply in your everyday life. So, and we have a guest tonight that will be sharing some of her stories. So I'm super excited. We wanted to start with something that we found that is super, super important. And just a little background, I've been an entrepreneur for the last 7 years, and it's been quite an amazing journey. A lot of learning, a lot of falling on my face, and just learning how to lift myself back up, failing forward. And if you're an entrepreneur, I'm sure you have failed your way forward too. It's just part of the journey, I feel like. But something that I have really learned in like the past, I want to say year or so, is branding ourselves. I think that is one of the biggest things that most people don't realize that is so important to do, as far as no matter what. Let's say we own a pizzeria, people, we really have to brand us and brand ourselves before we're just pushing this product of the pizza on people. So you know that if people like you and you're branded, they're going to keep coming back to you. So I think that is something huge that a lot of people miss when they have their own business going on, is the whole aspect of self-branding. And that is kind of figuring out who you are and letting people know, putting value out there for people by sharing yourself, basically. And, oh, you're unmuted. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Yeah, I'm here. So I'm going to share. Does it hear? Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Echoing on my side. So I'm going to share about growing your email list. That's very important, because with time, your email list is going to grow. So how do you collect your emails? You're going to have a .com. You want to make sure that you always have your website, which you're branding yourself, like Sandra talked about. So you have your .com, and then you create landing pages. Whenever you use anything where you're posting online, you can share your link and be able to collect this email. So then you can share with your email list, your business, your products, and also some of you, because it shouldn't always be just business emails or product emails. You should be sharing a little bit about yourself as well when you're sending out emails to your email list. So it's very important that you guys start collecting your own email list yourselves. And piggyback marketing, you want to talk about that? Or you want me to talk about that? Okay. So piggyback marketing was a technique that we kind of learned ourselves a couple months ago that we didn't know about, although we knew about branding and stuff like that before. It's basically finding something that is current events. It could be about artists. It could be in the news, things that are going on, things that are popular. You want to use that to your advantage. When you're posting, you can share a post about a specific something going on. For example, when the election was going on, a lot of people piggybacked off of Donald Trump and, the situation that was going on with Hillary. So that's kind of like piggyback marketing. You want to use that to attract people to kind of conversate with you through social media. So that's a little tip right there. And then,
yes, that's awesome. Piggyback marketing is really cool. And you guys, now with social media, you can really see what's trending and use that to help you. And the whole idea behind it is that you get more interaction in your page. And when you have more interaction, there's a whole other world. Facebook has its own what's called an algorithm, if you're not familiar with it. And so the more people that are interacting with your page, Facebook doesn't know what you're just posted. They just know that it's important because a lot of people are interacting on it. So they will keep bringing you to the top of the feed. So that's the whole idea behind the piggyback marketing, just so that you guys have an idea of why we're sharing that. It's super, super valuable. We're going to be doing some exercises, so you're going to be needing pen and paper. But I wanted, before we get into that, we wanted to introduce Michelle because she has been on this journey with us. She is right now in our future because she's all the way in New Zealand. So for her, it's 4 p.m. But go ahead. I love your story. Go ahead and share, Michelle.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on. Yes, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday in New Zealand, down under. So I actually started the online journey about 2 years ago, and I thought I was doing everything right. I was going to blog my way to riches. And what actually happened was that we actually moved. We left New Zealand on a one-way ticket, and we lived in Thailand and Bali for a year. And I was running multiple Instagram accounts. I was shooting great videos, and really cool images of our life in Thailand and Bali. But for whatever reason, I really, really struggled to get the results that I thought I was going to get in my business. So we actually ended up coming back to New Zealand about $15,000 in debt. And I got to a breaking point because I then started having people asking me, when are you going to quit? When are you going to put your children in daycare or before and after school care? And I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum. That's, we'd gone through really a challenging time, having IVF children and failed attempts. So it was really important for me as a mum to be able to spend the time with the kids. So to be told or when you're going to give up. And that's when I had my breakdown, before I had my breakthrough, and I connected with the Millennium Mentor that we have. And he said, Michelle, it's probably just a slight tweak to what you're doing. And once you drop your ego, surrender your pride and be coachable and tap into your mindset and personal development, because as we know, mindset is key. And some people will say it's 80% mindset. Some people will say it's 95% mindset and 5% strategy. So whatever percentage you go with, it's still really, really high. And I did that. I did exactly what he said for me to do. And from a completely flat start, I was able to generate $10,000 in my first month and another $10,000 in my second month, purely by turning my mindset around to one of abundance and also being coachable and just dropping that the lack mentality of always wondering where the next dollar was coming from to pay the bills. So it's been a phenomenal journey for us, and to be able to be generating those results just by being open-minded and being coachable. So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I just love your story because it's so true. Sometimes we have to, actually all the time, we have to first go through that breakdown before getting to our breakthrough. And it's really cool because everything that
exactly.
It's key. It's really a huge part of the whole process. So thank you for sharing, Michelle. I know that you had some things going on. It's funny that you're living in our future. We'll be there.
I know I've got four kids at the moment at the house, so I have to go deal with them. But thank you so much for inviting me.
No, thank you for joining us.
I'll keep listening in, but I'll turn my...
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Michelle.
See you guys.
Bye-bye. All right.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Jennifer is going to be sharing some info, and so will I. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Oh, it's giving me the little, hold on a second. And for this, while we're waiting for this to load up, make sure you have your pen and paper ready for our first exercise. Okay, there we go. So you guys can see that. Can I please have a thumbs up? Okay, cool, cool. All right, so this will bring us into our first exercise. Now, something that I want you also to do, we have a free PDF file that we're going to send to anybody who wants it, which will talk more about this exercise because we only have, we don't want to keep you guys here all night. So this is just a little tiny piece of the exercise. So if you want to put your email in the chat below, we will email you the whole PDF file. But so financial wealth, what you're each going to do, and I'm going to do it too with you guys. Paper. Okay, so what we're going to do is everybody is going to write down on the piece of paper that you have what are your financial goals. If today you were living in your dream world, not your friends, not your spouses, not your partners, your dream world, what is it that you would be making monthly? So write that amount down on your paper in the top. And as you write this number down, write it down even if it doesn't seem realistic to you. So just write it down, whatever number you would feel comfortable making. And while you guys are writing this down, many people, they like to say that they don't need it or they don't want the money. And I feel like it's a lot of stigma with our society, but I'm sure everybody on here can agree that we can impact and we can help way more people when we allow ourselves to be more successful financially. Okay, so now that you have your number written down, I want you to write down in present tense under that number, write down, I make, and that number. So whatever it is, I make 5,000, I make 10,000 a month, I make 30,000, whatever it is, write it down as if you're making it at this very moment. And then underneath that, you're going to write what you are going to do with that money. So if you're going to be using it to pay off your house cash or pay off your vehicle cash, or if you're going to be an adventurer like I am and travel everywhere. So write that down. And as you're writing those things down, I'm sure that you're probably thinking, yeah, right, or you're having limiting beliefs, especially if you went with whatever your first instinct was. Some of you might have been more on the quote unquote realistic side. And so when you're there, you probably put a number that feels more achievable to get, and that's fine too. So this is a really, really cool exercise. So as you're doing this, just think of what it is that you want to do with that money, who you want to give back to, who you want to help, what charities you want to start up, or you want to start a school overseas. So just everything that you will do with your money, put it down. And then we're going to come back to this piece of paper in a little bit. So make sure you don't put that too far away. And I'm going to have Jennifer. It's hard to see here.
Here.
There you are. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next screen.
So I like that Michelle was on here because she's one of the people that, has been having a lot of success online because she's been following the same techniques that we kind of are sharing with you guys. And I want to talk about the biggest challenges that we have right now in the industry. So it's every business online. the challenges are, you know, people don't want to harass their friends and family. So this is like the things that are going on out there. People don't like to get rejected. I mean, who does? Like, I don't like to get rejected. I'm sure you don't. Most of the time, people come into either direct sales or network marketing, or as a first-time business owner, you don't have a budget for marketing. And a lot of people spend a lot of money on marketing. The average promoter spends about $10,000 a month for marketing. And, you know, sometimes people get into any type of online business and they don't have that. Sometimes they don't have enough money to purchase high ticket items. You know, a lot of people join because they want to make money and they don't have enough money for other things that they need to get started. And most people don't know how to generate leads after they run out of like their hot and, you know, warm market. They don't know where to find their people or qualify leads. And then, of course, sometimes they don't know how to close and upsell the deal, you know, so try to make an extra income. And another problem which I had in my organization that I can share from like personal experience is that I couldn't create team duplication. Nobody could duplicate exactly the steps that I was doing. And a lot of people don't know how to become the attraction factor. So you want to become the attraction factor for people to come to you for your business or your products or your sales. That's the goal. You want to become an attraction factor. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what most people do. And this is interesting because when I saw this, I did it myself. So most people get into a business. So you join a business or you buy a business or you start a business. And that's your primary business, and you invest your own money, right, to get started. So then you try to learn how to get free leads, right, to try to get customers or, you know, people to join your business or service. And that usually takes between 2 to 4 years in a learning curve. And that's kind of exactly what happened to me because I'm in my 3rd year now. So I'm like living proof of this. And then you need to make more money to reinvest, you know, after that learning curve. And you know what happens? Most people never make it. So a lot of people end up quitting or closing, you know, down their business after that 2 to 4 year learning curve because they don't make enough money to reinvest, you know, and then continue to grow their business. So this is what the smart people do. And I learned this, you know, a little later on in my journey after starting on network marketing is they invest in something like what we have, which is the Underground Commission project. With this project, you earn $1,000 commission and you get paid the same day. Okay, so this is an example. You have a high ticket item and now you have no risk in investing your own money because you're making $1,000 a day. Now you have multiple streams of income because you will have your own business and also this extra income, and then you can rise to the top of the leadership board. So most people do this on the back end and they don't talk about it.
I only see a black screen. Like, am I supposed to be saying something?
Yeah, you are supposed to be seeing a slide. Is everybody else seeing a slide? Because I see a slide on my end. If somebody else can unmute themselves.
Yeah, it looks like everybody could see a slide.
Yes, I'm able to see a slide.
Yeah, I see it too.
Awesome.
I don't know why I don't see it.
I don't know. Try to log out and log back in, and maybe it should let you see it.
Okay.
So how to hit the mass market. Okay, so this is how to get the most people, the most customers, the most people to engage with you. You want to focus on 2 key areas, all right? And one is self-development and leadership training. Personal development is so important, guys. And then the second component to that is actually marketing, okay? You have to have marketing skills and techniques. So when you combine personal development and marketing, that way, you know, you're going to attract people that you need, your clients, your customers, your, you know, distributors, your, you know, other business owners. This is like the formula, the combination. So what if we gave you an entire campaign that generated as much as $1 million paid out commissions in 6 months? This is part of our organization. 6 months, guys, $1 million. So we gave you all the sale copy, so everything that you can copy to make $1,000 commissions.
Oh, now I see it. Now I see it.
Yay, you can see all the value campaigns to follow up, the promotional campaigns from A to C. So every campaign that we do from A to Z, every single time, you get access to that as well. Show you what type of Facebook contact to create interaction. Okay, you want to create interaction because that's how people's going to see whatever it is that you have to offer or learn about you, because it's about building relationships, really. You will also get told how to recruit new people or reps or customers in your business between 6 to 45 minutes. And you also get access to a private Facebook group that we have online to help you market and give you extra secrets for your business. So we have this product called the Genesis Library. This reseller rights are $299 and the product itself is $1,000. It sells for $1,000 and you get paid that directly to you same day. So it's broken down into a marketing section. This is a screenshot we just shared, but it has, oh my God, I would say hours and hours of different marketing techniques that you can use for your type of business. Like, for example, here we have a Facebook Powerhouse, how to use fancy affiliates, making money on Warrior Forums, everything you could possibly think of, Facebook, YouTube, everything where it's at, where it's popping, you will learn the techniques here, how to use that for your business. And let me see the next slide. Then we have actually a personal development section. This is important because, as Michelle mentioned, 95% of your business and success is going to be your mindset. So the next screen, we should have some people that are on here. The legends, these are people that have been very successful in either different online businesses, network marketers. The first person right there, Darren Little, that's actually our millionaire mentor in this program as well. So you get all the audios and videos from these people that are going to teach you different techniques on how to change your mindset and create that abundance in your life. And then we also have a health and wellness section as well. So right here we have some success stories of some of our students in this academy. We have Corey here. He made $3,000 in 9 days just as an extra income stream. And we have another girl here. Her name is Andrea Kelly. She made $2,000 in 3 days of being with this program as well. And so I'm going to let Jose come here and introduce himself. Oh, keep going on the slide. So here's what you get with the when you purchase the Genesis Library. You get the library for $1,299. You get 90 days of millionaire mentoring, which is worth $10,000. Our mentors, they mentor us, and that mentoring itself is worth $10,000, guys. You get 2 hours of recruiting mentoring that is worth $2,000. You get the top recruiting secrets source. So everything that they use as far as their traffic and their source on how to be successful, you get access to that too, and it's worth $997. You get access to our Black Ops Underground membership group, which is worth $9,000, which is a total value of a little under $25,000 right there. Sandra, you want to take over the light switch trick?
Yes, I'm super excited. Thank you for sharing that. And let me, oops, I'm sorry. So I want everybody to grab that piece of paper again that we started out in the beginning. And we're going to teach you guys the light switch trick. So I'm super excited about doing this with you guys. All right, so everybody got their papers? Thumbs up. Thumbs up, you got it? Head nods, okay. So now what you're going to do, we're going to apply a technique that's called the NLP technique, which basically is reprogramming or tricking our subconscious. So if you don't know or realize that when you were writing your number down, if you felt a little nervous as you wrote it down, that was your limiting beliefs, which are created by your subconscious. And it's mind-blowing. And, you know, Michelle talked about mindset, Jennifer talked about it, and here I am talking about mindset again. So you could kind of see the trend of how important it really is. So your subconscious, from the time that you're born up until you're about 5 years old, 5 to 7, you are really getting all this info put into your head with you having no control over it. So it really has to do with whoever's raising you, what your surroundings are. You know, you have no control when you're a newborn and when you're starting to walk, and even up until you get to kindergarten, you have no control over that. So everybody else's beliefs and opinions are getting dumped into your head. So if your parents believe that, you know, money was scarce or the world was horrible, that's what was getting dumped into your subconscious. And you might not even realize that. Some people have no idea of how this is how it works. So when you're writing your number, if your number was, let's say, 20,000, and as you're writing it, you're like, oh my God, that is just crazy that I can make 20,000 in a month. It's really your subconscious, because you can make it. We could actually do anything we put our minds to. So what I want everybody to do is write down 3 things that were limiting beliefs as you were writing down how much you were going to make a month. So limiting belief, some examples are like, I don't deserve this. It's hard for me to be successful. So any 3 limiting beliefs that came to mind as you were writing your number, write that down. And I'll give you guys a minute to do that. And then once you write those down, we're going to go ahead and write next to those or underneath them. You're going to now switch the wording around. So if you wrote down, I don't deserve to be successful, go ahead and write down right next to it, I allow myself to be successful. So whatever it was that you wrote down, write down, I allow myself to be, and just change it up that way. So this, as you're writing that, I'm going to explain, this is part of the NLP technique, which basically it's called pacing and leading. So what you're doing is, what we're going to do is we're going to fool the subconscious, because it's actually tricked very easily. We give it a fact, we give it another fact, and then we give it something that's not true yet, but we want it to be a fact. So that's where we're going to get into the whole light switch trick. So what you're going to do with these 3 affirmations, so that's what those are called, the I allow myself to be, and that you're switching it up, those are called affirmations. So what you're going to do with these is you're going to cut up the piece of paper into those 3. So if you're not done, it's okay, just finish after this. And you're going to put them on 3 main light switches that you use at home. So like your bedroom, your bathroom, and the entrance of your home. So now what you're going to do is, before you have this little piece of paper taped up on your light switch, so before you turn the light on, like you go into the bathroom, and before you turn that light on, you're going to tell your subconscious, I allow myself to turn on the light. Then you turn on the light, and then you will read whatever that little affirmation was on that paper, on the paper that you have on there. So I allow myself to have an awesome day. I allow myself to be successful, whatever it is that you have on that piece of paper. And so what's happening is that your subconscious, you're showing it, you're saying, okay, I'm going to allow myself to turn the light on. Boom. Your actual brain sees it, obviously. Boom, the light turns on, so it knows it's real. So it's like, okay, real. So I allow it to turn on, you physically turn it on. So both of those are facts to your subconscious. So the next thing that you tell your subconscious, it's going to take it as a fact. So whatever it is that you said, I allow myself to be successful, your subconscious is going to start the more you do it, it's going to start really, really believing it, which will help you in turn because your mindset will get stronger and will really believe whatever it was that you have in your affirmation. And the cool thing is that you don't only have to do this with the light switch. You could do this with anything before you get in the car. I allow myself to turn the car on. Boom, you turn the car on and then say an affirmation. I allow myself to open the door. And you don't have to run around saying it out loud or anything. You just say it in your brain. And the key to this whole light switch trick is to do it very, very, very consistently. Because with enough repetition, you allow your subconscious to be reprogrammed. So that is such a cool trick. I think it's extremely valuable. There's so much more to this. This is just kind of like a little glimpse. And the reason we had you guys do this whole exercise, I'm super excited about this. We are launching a little bonus tonight. So,
Bonus!
so this is super exciting. We've been working really, really hard. You know, we've learned tons from our millionaire mentors and successful people in the whole industry. So what we're doing is weekly private trainings in our Breakthrough Leadership Academy. So we are huge believers that with any limiting beliefs or any roadblocks that you have in your mind, you're just not going to be successful in any business that you try to do, no matter what it is. So this is full of tons of information. What you guys got was kind of like a preview on that one exercise, but it's tons of valuable info. You will get that totally for free if you join us by Monday. So that's super, super, super valuable. And it's basically like $1,000 value. There will be weekly private trainings just like this, and there'll be a lot of interaction. So I'm super excited about this bonus, guys. Like, we put a lot of work into it. Woohoo! Let me go ahead and pass the mic.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jose here. I just want to thank all you guys for coming out tonight. Really appreciate your time. I'm really excited on what Sandra was just talking about. I really want to touch on that. Since we have our small, we have about 1,000 members now in our Black Ops operation. But we have about a handful of us that, stick together. And it's this crew right here, and I'm really excited about the Breakthrough Academy, really excited about that. And that focuses more on the personal development, which is needed. 97% of people fail in any type of business, period. And I've owned over the years all kinds of different types of businesses. I've been involved with 4 different multi-level marketing companies. And personal development is key to success for sure. And I could attest to that. It's always going to be a work in progress, guys. We always got to work at it, and, it's every day, just like you brush your teeth or, you comb your hair, you got to get out there and do your personal development. I'm very, very strong about that. So, guys, you guys ready to get these $1,000 commissions to get popping or what? This has been a great stuff here, man. I never did online business before. I've never done online business, and I've done network marketing, and I've always wanted to get on the online world. And I feel like this program here, even if you're a newbie, even if you have done like nothing online before, it's actually like the perfect program to get you ready and to get you going online. And do it the right way, learn the right way from the beginning. It takes me thousands of dollars, learning the hard way and just through experience, really. If anybody on here hasn't done anything like this, don't feel like you have to have some kind of, because I know we do focus on a lot of tips for network marketers, but don't feel like you have to have any experience. And so, guys, you want me to finish up the slide, Sandra? That was still up there, right? That's all. We're all good here, guys. Like I said, thanks for coming out. I think that we have our new team member.
I'm not sure how many people we can see. Is Erica on here?
Want to welcome Erica to the team.
I
She's
wanted
our
to
newest
welcome
member.
her. She just came on board
But anyway,
with
guys,
this program. But we want to thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
We want to thank you. And I know that there were some people that were already ready to get started. So we'll talk after this meeting. So we're excited to welcome everybody on board and have an awesome night and productive night. I hope you guys got some value, some awesome, tips from what we had to offer. And have a good night, guys.
Peace.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.